Don't get out of order, okay? Toya. Dean. Ariana. All right, now listen. Shh. Listen, listen, listen. So you know, listen very carefully. The end of the first row is with Isabella, okay? So Edward, you start to go into the second row, okay? You got go on that way. Go all the way down. Yep. In the third row, who starts that? Paulo. Where's Paulo? You start the third row. So after Mariana goes, you go and follow her, but go into the third row, okay? Go all the way down to the end. Clear? Where's the end of the first row? Show me. Where's the beginning of the second row? Show me. Where's the end of the second row? Show me. Where's the beginning of the third row? Very good. Percussion, piano, you guys will just follow them on and go up to your spot, okay? I'm going to bring in the 8th graders. I need you guys to be super quiet while we bring in the 8th graders, okay? Thank you. Yep, come back to your same spots, yep. 6th grade. 6th grade. It's your spots here, okay? Can you guys turn that music off? Do you know how that music turns off? Eduardo? Do you know how to turn that music?
Turn the music off to put the mouse lights on.
I'm ready.
Nicholas is supposed to be around where he's at. But the music, there's like a radio or something.
It's YouTube. Should be YouTube, right?
Hello, Carlotta.
The lights for the...
You're first.
A ver ahora. Apague YouTube. Okay, thanks.
Then, wait, that first. Tiago. Emma. Carolina. Giovanna.
Seguirá.
Wait. And then Casey. Move to where? Leave a spot between Tiago, when you go in, Itan. Leave a spot between you and Tiago. Alright, go ahead. And then Simon, of course. Leo. Wait, don't go to, wait, I want to make sure we're in this right order. Then Leo, then, wait, Gabby, wait. Yep, Banchi. Meher. Charlie. Muskan, good. Lucas, perfect. Let's wait and see here. We need a third. Hey guys on stage, you promised you would play. Is there enough seats? Lucas, is there enough seats? Actually, Lucas, take the first. Yep, right there. Okay. Julian, here. Yep. Maxie. Emily. Julian, right here, first seat. Sophia. Laurel. Good. Eugene. Mateo. Caden. And Roy. Very good. Hang on one second. Hey, on stage, is that Carlos or is that Adar? Carlos, por favor, no tocar. Yes, next to Roy. Then we have Matthew. Then we have Kyle. Then we have Ivan. Very good. We have Maxie. Then we have Felipe. Then we have Franco. They have Christian, Valeria, and Tomas. Okay, percussion. Go around and sit in front of where Charlie Choi is, okay? Percussion, go around.
Acá no está, sí, en la mía.
It'll be great. You're supposed to be
Fede, ¿puedes prender las luces de house? Gracias.
¿Cuáles son?
Me parece que no está el circuito. Ahora vamos. Ah, no te preocupes. Cuidado con el personaje que entró en la cabina. Ah, los dos. Un dúo dinámico.
Scott, you see where Tomas is? Go around and sit next to Tomas, okay? All right, 8th grade, listen. Shh. When you guys go on stage, Carlotta, you're leading in the first row. You go all the way in, and it ends at, let me tell you, it ends at Casey, correct? Casey, you're the end of the first row. Itan, you're the beginning of the second row. If anyone has gum right now, now's the time to get rid of it. You cannot have gum on stage. I won't say who. Itan. Itan, you're part of the first row, second row, excuse me, okay? Lucas, you're the end. Where are you, Lucas? So, when you come out, you have to go just next to Muskan. Yep, exactamente, okay? Now, the beginning of the third row, it's you, Julian, okay? You must wait until Lucas goes, okay? He'll come through, and when he's done, you come on, come on stage on the third row, okay? Who start? Logan. You're the beginning of the fourth row, okay? So, tell me, 8th grade, who starts the first row? Who ends the first row? Very good. Who starts the second row? Ethan, I need you to get rid of your gum, okay? Get rid of it now. Get rid of it, whatever it is. Who ends the second row? Thank you. Who begins the third row? Julian. Who ends the third row? Roy. Yep. You end. Logan, who begins the fourth row? Say me. And who ends is Tomas and Scotty. I think we're good. We're gonna open up the house now, which means you guys have to be at level 1. You can't play. We're good to go. Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming out to our spring concert. And we're very excited to present a wonderful afternoon of music to you. First things first, I think we should give all these wonderful musicians a nice round of applause. As you'll hear, they've been working very, very hard. For those of you that have 6th grade students, this is their first time in band, this is their first time in playing in public. They've already expressed to me that they're very, very nervous. So go easy on them. They're very excited. We're going to present to you, it's sort of we do this program a lot with the 6th grade. It's a learning opportunity not only for them, but for the parents to see a little bit about what we do in class. How we teach students to read music, how we teach students to sit properly, to play their instruments, proper technique. And of course, we're 6th graders, so you're going to hear a few squeaks and a few squawks. That's what we do. But it's amazing, if you came into our classroom, 2.5 months ago? We didn't know how to put the instruments together. And now they're playing and reading music. And in 7th grade and 8th grade, as you'll hear the other grades, they slowly progress and they get better and better. So you'll hear the beginning stages of our concert. The first 10 pieces are kind of a set. So if you'll wait for your applause after the first 10, that would be great. So thank you very much, and let's welcome the 6th grade band to the first performance. Start with our 3 rules in band, how to sit. Let's show them. Rule number 1, our feet flat on the floor first. Rule number 2, good posture. And rule number 3. Okay, here we go. Number 1, ready, So you'll notice as the pieces go on, each one gets a little more advanced. We learn a new note, we learn how to play different techniques, quarter notes, half notes, all those sort of things that make us good musicians. Now after song number 10, each song starts getting more complicated. The students are learning how to read notes. So for instance, can I ask a few students to demonstrate how we read notes? Noah, what note would this be? E, very good. Yuchin, what about this one? G, very good. Valentina, for you, what note would this be? Very good. See, Yakub, what would this one be? Very good. One more? Okay. Maria, what would this note be? Very good. So the students are learning to read a whole nother language. So not only are they learning we talk in class, we speak in class in English and in Spanish, they're learning a third language, a musical language. And in a little bit we'll show you how we put the fourth part of the language together. So the students are essentially almost speaking 4 languages at once. So it's very impressive. Music is very good for the brain. So we're going to play for you guys number 11, and this is the first time they've read actual sheet music, actual notes. So let's demonstrate number 11 for them, okay? We also, in music, we have to know how many times we play the piece. Sometimes we have to play it 1 time, sometimes we have to play it 2 times, we have different endings. So it's a whole other language that are deciphering. So we have our own little musical language. So why don't you guys show them, if we have a song that has a normal ending, how do we notate that? Ready, go? Very good. And what about with a repeat? Very good. I see, I told you they would love it. They were nervous about showing you. Show them one more time how we do a repeat ending. Very good. See? I told you they'd love it. So we're going to actually play now number 12 for you, First Flight. This is getting a little more challenging. The notes are starting to move around a little bit. The students are having to coordinate not only the buttons on their instrument, but the notes on the page. So let's show them First Flight. What kind of ending class does this have? Show me. Very good. It has a repeat. Very good. You ready? And not too fast. Ready Very good. Nice job. Okay, now, Mateo back there also has a hard job. He's playing 2 instruments at once. He's playing snare drum and bass drum, and it's after song number 11 and 12 that he starts learning to put them together. Can you demonstrate to the audience, Mateo, what the snare drum sounds like by itself? Just by... Very good. Do it one more time. And can you show them the bass drum? Yeah, do it again. It's fun. And yep, now do the bass drum and snare drum. Do bass drum, snare drum, so they can hear the difference of them side by side. Very good. So let's give him a hand, all right? Nice job. He really does have a hard job because he's playing 2 instruments at once. The other thing you might have noticed are these young musicians, we have a thing we call musician's applause, okay, in class. So when students play solos, we play for each other. We like to acknowledge each other's hard work. So let's show the audience how we would give Mateo a nice musician's applause. Very good. You guys know how to do that. Join us, please. Thank you, man. All right. So we're going to go on to number 14. What kind of ending, class, does this have? Exactamente. Here we go. No repeat. Okay, as I said before, we have to add in the fourth language. So the students are not only reading the notes, speaking in English and Spanish, but we have to talk about how the rhythms work too, because not all the rhythm notes are the same. So we are going to do a piece for you and show you how we clap and learn the rhythms of other pieces. So are we ready to show them number 15, the rhythm rap? Okay. What kind of ending does this one have, guys? No, that was not good. Do that again. Very good. You ready? Very good. Okay. So you're going to notice that number 16, the half counts, sounds exactly like the rhythm they clap. So now that they had to decipher what the rhythm was of number 15 and number 16, they're going to put the same rhythm, but with notes. Okay? What kind of ending is that? Very good. One, two, Okay, we have one more piece we'd love to end. This is how we start learning all of our music in band. We start with these 5 and 6 notes. And the kids don't know when they first start that they're learning a song, and you guys all know it, the 6th and 7th, the 7th and 8th graders. So if you could help us out when it's time to cheer, that would be great. So they want to present to you our last song, Let's Go Band. See, I told you that. isn't it amazing to go all the way down, Michelle? 7th grade, go ahead and stand up. Isn't it amazing the progression you hear just from day 1 to 2.5 months later? So encourage your students to practice more at home. They should be bringing their instruments home 3 or 4 times a week, playing concerts for you. You have the chance to enjoy the music with them. And we'll be learning much more music for the next 3 or 4 weeks in school. At this time, we're going to ask the 7th grade to join us on stage. Let's give the 7th grade band a nice round of applause. All right, so as we're going to start our 7th grade portion of the concert. You'll notice right away that the music is a lot more challenging. The 7th grade had their concert back in the spring, and every concert they progress more and more. Now they're starting to do music that's outside of the books. We call that sheet music. Can I see? Does anyone have it out? Thank you. Wonderful. So they're not in the books anymore. The music starts getting more and more challenging. Thank you. And they start learning different notes. They start learning different rhythms. All kinds of different sorts of things. Everyone's okay back there, right? Okay, good. And it's more interesting. So the instruments, for instance, the flutes may have one part while the clarinets have a different part. And that's challenging because up till 7th grade, everything is in what we call unison. But after 7th grade, we start separating the parts. The clarinets will play one melody, the saxophones will have another melody. So not only are they deciphering all that music, all the notes, all the languages, they have to be using their ears and listening for different parts. Is my part more important? Is it the melody? Do I need to play less? So they have improved so much. I've enjoyed working with the 7th grade band so very much. They've done a great job, and I think if you were here at the last concert, you'll hear the improvement tenfold, okay? So let's give a nice round of applause to our 7th grade band. we're gonna play one more piece for you. But the piece is in 4 movements, and we were learning as a class, when you go to a concert and the piece is in different movements, that you don't clap between the pieces, but if you think it's really good, you can clap, okay? Don't feel bad. But if you go to the Teatro Colón, don't clap, okay? So we're gonna do 4 pieces for you. It's part of one big set of works. The first piece is called Alpha Overture. The second piece is called Yuki, which in Japanese means snow. The third piece is Bingo, the Bingo Polka, and it's a little play on the old song, and Bingo was his name. Oh. And the fourth piece is going to feature our percussion section called Rocket. So we are going to play for you the Bellwind Band. that fun? Well, give them another hand. All right, so while 7th grade is filing off stage, you'll notice the music is definitely getting harder and harder. And that's a wonderful thing when you come to a middle school concert, you see the progression. And a lot of these students, especially, not especially, but the 8th graders will be going into high school band next year, and they'll be doing even more challenging music. So music is one of those things they can continue through their whole lives. So always continue to practice your music, be it in band or choir or anything. Music is great. It's great for the soul. It's great for the mind. Everyone's good here. I don't want any tuba players to fall. 8th grade, why don't you go ahead and stand up, come on stage. All right, so this is our 8th grade group. Before we start, let's give them a nice round of applause. They are a very, very large group of students. So we decided we were going to try some music that's different this time. So we took one of the famous themes from with the television show Game of Thrones we're going to play for you. We also took a very famous Seven Nation Army, the song Seven Nation Army. We're going to feature the sections built in like layers, and we also feature our percussionist Ellis. He's going to have a big solo. Before these guys start, I should tell you a little bit real quick about the band festival that's coming up in a few weeks. On June 2nd, this only pertains to 7th and 8th grade, sorry 6th grade, this will be your turn next year, that all the 7th and 8th grade students will participate in the Lincoln annual middle school band festival. That takes place here on campus in the auditorium. What that means for you, our students, is this. They will combine with 7 other schools around the Buenos Aires area. We've been practicing the music in class. They will come together on that morning. They have 1 hour rehearsal to put all of it together, and then they'll all perform music in their own ensembles, Lincoln, St. Trinity, and St. Andrews, and then all 250, 270 kids will combine together to play 2 pieces for everybody. So if you can make it out to that concert, that would be wonderful. It's a wonderful opportunity, not only for them to play, but to meet students from other schools, to converse with students from other schools, and to get to work with other teachers as well, the other band directors, and to hear the other bands in the area. So if you're available on June 2nd, the concert starts at 10 o'clock. You'll be getting more information about that in the next week. And it's free to the public. It will also be live streamed so that you can watch it from the comfort of your home or your friends and family in other countries. So we're going to start with you guys, and a little Seven Nation Army, starting with our tuba and bass clarinets. We have one more piece we want to do for you. We really challenged the 8th grade, didn't we, on this piece? When we first started this piece, they said, we can't do it. It's too hard, it's too hard, it's too hard. We can't do it. I said, you can do it. So we practiced it for about, what, a month and a half, 2 months? Then I told them, oh, I'm sorry, this is a high school piece. And they're like, oh, you made me work hard, Mr. Brooks. They've done an incredible job. This is a really challenging piece, and first of all, when we started it, they didn't like it. They didn't like it. Now they're always saying, let's play it, let's play it, let's play it. It's fun. It's from the famous TV show Game of Thrones, and I think you'll really enjoy the piece. Also, we have a new instrument. Where's that little baby flute? See? Oh. So, listen for all the different instruments, and we're going to present to you our final piece for the 8th grade band, Game of Thrones. Wasn't that great? Let's give the 8th grade one more round of applause. Wonderful. Fantastic. So it's so difficult, and they've done so well at practicing, getting it very precise, and so many difficult things. We're just getting them ready for 8th grade band. I said, high school band. I said 8th grade is always hard to me. We get them where we want, and then they go off to high school. So we work with them so much, and then they don't have the chance to play sometimes anymore. So encourage your students to play in band next year in high school. And we have the honor band. Please come on up, honor band. The honor band is a select group of students. They're auditioned. We meet once a week after school on Thursdays from 3:45 to 5. The music that they do is definitely a little bit more challenging. We're working on some stuff for the band festival right now. Some traditional Argentine cumbia we're going to be playing. And you guys ready? So we have 3 pieces that we're going to present for you today. Three pieces we're going to do for you guys. We're going to do an old traditional gospel tune called "When the Saints Go Marching In." A wonderful medley from Shrek, the movie Shrek, Funky Town. We know it from back in the 80s. And then we're going to end with a wonderful, wonderful classic rock and roll piece called "Great Balls of Fire." So this is the honor band. Let's give them a nice round of applause. All right, we have one more piece, but before we end the concert, a couple of announcements. First of all, I'm supposed to remind all the students, band students, if you have not completed your map testing, if you have any portion, I know, boo, I know, but Mr. Nolan asked me, I promised him, if you have not completed after the afternoon break, you need to go at 2 o'clock to the computer lab to finish any portion of the map test you haven't finished yet, okay? Capiche? All right. Second, we could not do all this without the help of some people. We're very lucky at Lincoln to have some assistants that are always in the classroom with us, helping us with teaching, with music, with programs, with everything. So first of all, is Mr. V here? I know he's usually here. Mr. V, thank you for all your support. Mr. Martel as well. Thank you very much. We appreciate all the time that you let us have with band, and thank you for all that. We also would like to thank our assistants, music assistants. Where's Lucila? Is she not here? She's putting the other. Okay, so Lucila, we give her an applause. And maintenance. You couldn't do any of this. They set up everything. So let's thank maintenance. Absolutely. And a special thank you for Ignacio, my assistant here. Ignacio does everything. There's no way I could do everything without him in the classroom, so we really appreciate your help. Nico as well, thank you for all your help with our sound. And most importantly, to our parents for coming and supporting us. Thank you very much. We appreciate all the support you give to our programs. So we're going to end one more piece for you. There's one more person I think we should give applause to, and that's all these hard-working students. So, we're going to end with an old rock and roll tune, Great Balls of Fire. Thank you everyone for coming out today. Band, sit for just a minute. Let's let the audience go first, okay? Have a nice day, and if you have time, come out at 2:15 to see the middle school choir sing, all right? Thank you very much. Honor Band will dismiss you guys first. students, you'll put away your instruments and then break. 8th grade first. 8th grade first. Eighth grade first. Seventh grade sit. Seventh grade sit. Seventh grade sit. All right, Valeria. Sit, 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 sit. Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Sit. Seventh grade, go ahead now. You will go put your instruments away. You'll have your break. And then you'll meet Mr. Ugo at the front doors of the cafeteria, okay?
¿Puedo dar una mano acá en el teatro?
How about Freeman?
From here.